Hey guys, it's Brim again with another tutorial for the for Microsoft Word. And today we're gonna use the document that we created last time with the three different sections and the three different header and footer in each section. Today we're going to actually do the contents of the document. So we're gonna build some chapters over here, and we're gonna put a table of contents in. And I would really love you to show how to put in the table of contents, and not only the table of contents, but also the styling of the headers themselves. Um, and as you will see, that's quite easy to do. But again, if you don't know how to do it, it's always difficult. Um, so okay, today we're going to create the first couple of chapters. So I'm now going to say that chapter number 1 is the introduction. That's where I'm going to start it. So chapter number 2 is the risks. Chapter number 3 will be your target. Chapter number 4 will be let's call it goal. So chapter number 5 will be the business case. And in the business case, we have the pros and we have the cons. And we have in the business case, we also have a financial part. Now, as you can see, I'm just putting everything down in list format. I have done nothing with it. But what I can do is now I select the first one. And I will say I need heading number 1 for that. Now the thing is that I want my chapter to say that it's chapter number 1 and then the name of the chapter. So I want chapter 1 introduction. And as you can see, my current heading, it doesn't allow me that. So I'm going to select the introduction. I'm going to use the numbering. So I really would like this sort of numbering. I'm going to restyle it to Calibri, and I would like I like it bold. Yeah, I would like it bold. So this is actually how I would like header number 1 or heading number 1 to see. The point is that I need to somewhere save my settings that I just did, because otherwise I won't never see it in my headings bar. And how do I do that? So if I select my chapter here, so the formatting that I just did, and I go to heading number 1, right click on it, and you see the update heading 1 to match selection. So all of a sudden I just created heading number 1, and I redo the heading. So I can now just go in and set that risks is a heading as well. And you see that it automatically now tries to redefine the heading that we just did. So it's redefining the list. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to use all of them. I'm going to put everything to heading number 1. Here you go. So if I now do the table of contents on page number 2, because I did a couple of chapters, so I'm going to go to references, and I'm going to click my table of contents button over here. So I'm just going to do a very simple automatic table. There you go. Everything's on page number 1. I have 8 chapters and everything's basically in there. Looks good, looks good. Except for the fact that pros, cons, and financial I want them to be for heading number 2. So I want them to be another chapter in the business plan. Oh, sorry, let's make business plan of that. That's a good one. So now I'm going back to my home tab, select Pros. Okay, so this is actually not working, right? So I'm going to restyle it to Calibri. No, I don't want it bold. I don't want it italic. Just want it like that. So now we need to put that chapter part, and I want to have it 5.1, and that cons will be 5.2, and financial will be 5.3 or 6. We will see in the end. At least pros and the cons need to be part of chapter number 5. So I'm going to select the pros, and we've already had it on Calibri, and it's already set to heading number 2. So you can see that there's no number whatsoever in front of it. I'm now going to use the multi-level list here in the top, and I'm going to select, well, I could choose every one that I like. I like this one, so I'm going to choose that. Now you can see that there's one pros in front of it. Now that's not what we would like to have, so I'm going to keep the selection. I'm going to do right click on it, and you can see that you can do the drop down for the numbering styles over here. In here I'm going to change the list level, so this is part of this will be 5.1. So but it now says 1.1 pros, so I'm going to redo that one as well, because I want to have it part of chapter number 5. So I'm going to set the numbering value, and I'm going to use the continue from the previous list. I'm going to use advanced value, and you can see that the set value, I'm going to use number 5 for that. And you can preview it over here, 5.1. I'm going to click OK, and now you can see that it's chapter 5.1. And it's heading number 2. So I'm going to do the selection over here, going to heading number 2, right click on it, update heading 2 to match selection. And all of a sudden, if I use cont right now, and I'm going to click heading number 2, you can see that it automatically changes to the new style that we just created. And you can just play around with that, doing whatever you like with that. So I've got now multiple styles of chapters and multiple styles of lists and headings. The last thing that I need to do is to update my table of contents. So I'm going to page number 2, my table of contents, doing right click on the table of contents, and I'm going to use update field. Now you can do two things over here. You can use update page numbers only. So chapters will be the same, only the page numbers will change. But I actually want to update the entire table because I already changed the chapters as well. So I'm going to do update the entire table. I'm going to click OK. And you can see that it now has updated my full table of contents, including the chapter numbers. So, and from here you're all set to go. You can play around whatever you like with the whole document, and I'm very sure that you're going to create a hell of a document. So again, if there's anything that you would like me to cover for Word or another application, Microsoft or whatsoever, just leave it in the comments, and like this video, like my page, follow me in my channel, and I will speak to you hopefully soon. Thank you guys. Bye.